A large focus of video games is often the idea of there being a sense of realism to the spaces that are inhabited throughout whatever takes place in the works. There are games that eschew this intentionally, of course, but for the most part, games tend to value a strong sense of place. Traversing the world, refamiliarizing yourself with its layout, leads you to have a better understanding of it and what it means. It becomes more tangible, more real. However, the downside of this is that traveling through these spaces can eat up a lot of time, and many people simply don't have the resources to invest that level of time into a video game. Going from point A to point B can be a huge time sink when the worlds of games are so large. This is where the mechanical advent of fast travel comes into the picture. The ability to instantaneously travel between parts of a video game world, either reducing or removing the travel time significantly. While fast travel has become a significant staple of games as a whole, I find that it has limitations that many people don't seem to realize. When fast travel is an option in games, the spaces suddenly become smaller. This is in a literal sense. The mechanical effort to traverse them is not as great, but it's also in a philosophical sense. Fast travel reduces these interconnected spaces to simple options in a text window, merely a decision to select and then immediately arrive at. With this change, we see the game not as a living, breathing world, but an arbitrary set of sparsely connected gameplay instances. Teleporting from A to B removes an essential part of what it means to simply allow a world to exist, now only designed for the sake of the player's efficiency. It's not the gigantic, sprawling place that we once knew it as. Part of this is just the natural progression of a game at work. The more we become familiarized with the world's contents, the less grand that it ends up appearing. But it definitely doesn't help that we stop literally moving through its many parts. This creates an interesting dynamic in games with fast travel, because for all I just discussed, you can also simply refuse to use the mechanic in the first place. I have done this in quite a few games before, mostly ones with really diverse movement options, so traversal in and of itself wasn't too much of a draw on my end. However, the distinct choice not to use fast travel is felt throughout your experiences in this traversal. Any distance spent is distance that makes you wonder how much time you would have saved if you simply played the game the most efficient way, and that juxtaposition eats at you. So there really is no way to stop the increasing abstraction of game worlds, increasing compartmentalization of their existences. As games grow larger and larger in scope and size, it's only natural that fast travel continues to be a staple of them. This video largely served only to observe this strange philosophical disconnect between the worlds of the games that we exist in and the means by which we travel through them. When games are reduced to selectable items on a screen, then are they really worlds anymore? This has been Arcade Everlasting, who really hates that game environments go so underappreciated in terms of their graphical design. Signing off. Thank you for watching.